Should I spend this money in order to get the subscribers? Should I spend the money to get the views? Is it really going to be worth it in the end? I'm going to cover all of that. So we've been actively growing our YouTube channel for Artist Collective, and I wanted to jump in here and show you how we're doing this, specifically with YouTube ads. I know this has been a big thing that I've been asked for quite some time. I want to be able to give you the tools to grow your own channel using ads. Before we jump into that, my name's Willie Chill. I'm the digital marketing lead here at Artist Collective. Actively, I'm trying to help this team grow this YouTube channel along with a ton of other channels using these tactics that I'm going to show you here. But first, before we dive into that, all I need is just a quick subscribe. You know, we're dropping music tips all the time, trying to actively help you grow your music business, get you more clients, get you more leads, generally trying to get you more of that audience that convert into your offer, become your fans, listen to your music, buy your products, those types of things. So if you like that type of thing, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button that's down below. Let's jump right into this though. So here I'm in the Artist Collective Google Ads account. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to create a video views campaign, kind of similar to what you might do on Facebook. So we're just going to start here right with this blue create button. We're going to create a new campaign. Create a campaign without guidance. You do have a lot of options up here, but for what we're doing, we're not trying to drive website traffic. We're not trying to get leads here or sales, maybe brand awareness and reach, but it's genuinely not that type of goal. So we're gonna create it without goal guidance. Down here, we're gonna do a video ad. So you again have a bunch of different options. You can do it in search or just display, maybe even a discovery, or if you're a business that's local, you could do a local one, but for us, we're gonna do the video campaign. I do a custom video campaign. This non-skippable in-stream is probably the one you're familiar with seeing. This is the one that's gonna run before the video actually starts playing. I find this to be very disruptive. So if you're watching a video, you're genuinely not there for the ad. So why interrupt somebody's feed? You're gonna leave a negative impression. So I tend to not go that direction. What I'm trying to do is put our videos in a position where people click on them. So I'm gonna put them on the side or maybe in the recommendation engine. And this later is going to filter in towards our click-through rate and hopefully build up our entire channel. So here you have the type, which is a video campaign. We're gonna name this, let's just name it test video. Budget, campaign total, you can either do it by an overall total, or if you'd like, how I usually do it is by a daily ad spend, because I don't necessarily need an end date for a lot of our ads. I come in and I adjust them whenever I see fit. So I usually start around $10. Feel free to go up or maybe a little bit down, but going much off of that is definitely going to limit your available reach. In these here, the only one that I would say get rid of it's probably this India one. I've been noticing it taking up a ton of our watch, so I'm getting rid of that as of now. And I have in these other countries, Australia, Canada, Germany, Japan, New Zealand, Norway, United Kingdom, and of course the United States. I do end up making sure that the language that these people speak is English, because there are a couple of non-English speaking countries up there, so I only want to reach people who speak English. Because that's what our video is in. It's in English. So down here you have a couple of different types of inventory. You shouldn't usually have to worry too much about this unless your video has, you know, some things that are maybe a little bit more sensitive, like cussing or any type of like smoking or violence, maybe a little bit of drinking, like you typically find in like music videos maybe. Those are a little bit more difficult to advertise on just because you have a very tight, restricted kind of network here that you can work in with Google. So just make sure that your videos moving forward are either edited or you try to avoid those types of things in your filming. Down here in the related videos, this is where we really try to drive traffic to some of our other uploads. So here you can put one or two different videos that maybe you just uploaded, maybe you uploaded last week, or maybe your really popular videos on your channel. So I would drop those in right there. And then down here, you had your ad group name, which is essentially like your audience. Now, don't confuse that with an audience in an ad group, but essentially what this is how you're categorizing where Google is going to start sending your video through this ad. So for instance, just to kind of make this a little bit easier, I'm gonna put placements here. So for this ad group, you are only going to put specific placements that you want your video to show on. Different YouTube channels, different videos that you might want it to show up on specifically. That's what we're gonna do here. In this demographics area, we know our audience to be 35 to 44 is like the max. So I usually like to check those off as they get a little bit older. You can do the same as you see fit. Here's the audience segments that I mentioned earlier. Don't get confused with that. You've got keywords, topics, placements. These are all really important, and we'll get to all those in just a moment and how you can kind of filter in your information into those types of things. Here is going to be the video ad. I'm gonna go ahead and skip creation for now. And in here, I usually like to put a maximum bid, cost per view, a CPV, of about 5 cents. It is a little high. I like to see my cost per view be somewhere in the vicinity of 1 cent to 2 cents if possible, but just as a maximum when we're running to our first audience, I like to put around 5 cents, give or take. Now we can go ahead and create the campaign. You can see here it's going to ask me for the type of video ad that we want in the format. So as I mentioned, the skippable in-stream is going to be those videos that you're probably familiar with that are going to run pre-roll before the video you're actually there to see. And the in-feed videos, a new way of describing the type of video that I mentioned earlier, which is discovery, where it's going to be run on the side. You're going to have to click on it. It's going to be in that suggested videos area, or maybe even a recommended video after you already watched something else. So that's where we want to be. We're only getting charged if people click on our ad. So here we have the basic summary of what we're looking at. We're going to go ahead and continue to campaign. And now we're in the ad groups level. So we have our test video, which is our overall name of the campaign, and then we have our placements, which is our ad group that we just created. So next I want to go ahead and create all 4 of the ad groups that I want to run. We already have one, which is the placements. Next I'm going to go ahead and add keywords. So we're going to name the ad group keywords. And you want to change these demographics to meet whatever you find either on your own channel, maybe on your Spotify for Artists, maybe what you're seeing on your Instagram. Any of those demographics can really come in handy here, and you can build them up over time. Maybe keeping it open at the very beginning and then expanding a little bit beyond there. I'm going to go ahead and skip ad creation for now. Again, putting that maximum bid in here, 5 cents. I'm going to save that group. I'm going to check in-feed video ad again and save that format. Do it 2 more times. This one is going to be topics. Check off these demographics again. Skip ad creation for now once more. 0.05. Save that ad group, in-feed video ad. And then one more. Audience. This is where I'm actually going to enter the audience though. So it should give you some right here, possibly to select based off of past performance if you've ever run any ads before, or maybe what the type of audience looks like for your videos. You can obviously browse and search for different types of things as well, but I'm going to go ahead and select some of the ones that meet the criteria right up front for what our channel actually is and what the video actually is about. So we are a music business channel, so music lovers definitely, music, media and entertainment. I'd probably stick away from more specific music fans like pop music fans or rock music fans, hip hop fans, those types of things. It tends to be more like fan based. So if you were an artist and you're trying to create more of a buzz around your entire channel, hopefully you're posting frequently and consistently, but more so you can also choose those types of audiences that make sense for you. So I wouldn't choose those, but maybe I would choose audio and music software, media, entertainment, audio streaming subscription services. Maybe that's something like Spotify or Apple Music. If I were doing anything that's more aligns with like producers, I might put pro musician, DJ equipment. You can see here like electronic dance music fans, country music fans, rock music fans. This is what I was talking about earlier. If I were doing something about how to edit a video, kind of like this, I might do video editing and production software. Advertising and marketing, that's what we're talking about right now, so for sure. Social media enthusiast, this YouTube is kind of like a social media, so I might include that too. And all of these can kind of be tested out, and you can turn things on and off as you see things working better than others. And feel free to go in here and you can even create custom audiences. So people who have visited your website or Spotify and DistroKit, we did a video on that. So I created an audience specifically around those types of placements. So there we have that. We have music promotion, content marketing, and people that are similar that have also visited our website, kind of like Facebook's lookalike audience here. So I'll go ahead and select that too. At first, I usually tend to keep audience expansion off, just so that we can keep our audiences very specific. As you kind of grow and you're spending a little bit more money on your ad, maybe come in here and expand your reach just a little bit further based upon what you're seeing and how your ad is performing. I'm gonna go ahead and skip ad creation for now once more. Put in a maximum bid. I'm gonna lower this one to 3 cents. In-feed video ad. And here you can see we have our 4 different ad groups. So now we're going to go in and we're going to actually edit the content that's in these and create our ads. I'll show you how to do that. So we already have our audience done. Let's do the next easy one, which is the topics. So I'll click that. And over here you have a lot of different options. Don't get overwhelmed, it's not that crazy. But what we want to hyper focus on is the content that's in this specific ad group. You can see here at the top we're in all campaigns. We've been in the campaign that's test video, the one we're talking about right now. And we're in the ad group topics. You'll see all of this in kind of this format at the very top. So next, when we're in the topics ad group, we just want to click content. And you can see topics is right there at the top. So select topics, you can add topics right here. It'll give you some generalized ones, but you can search words or phrases or URLs obviously to help you broaden and get better results, more specific to whatever it is that you're advertising with. So we're in arts and entertainment, so I'll go ahead and select this one, and you can kind of look through this here and find the things that make sense for you. Music and audio would make sense for us. Let's take a look here. Music, education, and instruction. That's definitely us for sure. Music, equipment, and technology. Maybe. I don't necessarily know if any of these specifically fit us right now. Music reference. Maybe we can see if something is in there. Music composition, sheet music. Not so much. Music streams and downloads. Potentially. Now, as you can see, there's all kinds of cool stuff down here. Let's see, let's just look through this. Looks great to me. You definitely don't always need a bunch of everything in order to get the best results. You mostly just want the one that makes sense for you, because what we're ultimately trying to do here is position our video more into search. Give enough information into the algorithm as we start our channel up and as we're growing it to feed ourselves into these recommendation engines. So I want people searching for our videos because they're A, popular, and B, because the algorithm knows exactly where to place it and how to specifically recommend it. Do I want my video about how to upload your lyrics to Spotify, mixed with how to create a Google ad? Not exactly, no. So we need to be more specific on the types of things that we're doing here and how we're uploading to our ads. So go ahead and save that. Now we have our topics done. So let's go back to this test video here, which is our overall. We can go to ad groups here. You can see our 4 again. So now we have audience and topics completed. So let's go ahead and show you placements. So click placements here. Click the content once more. And over here, you're going to select the placements. And this is where your ad is going to be placed. As I mentioned, you can choose specific channels or you can choose more specific videos. However you'd like to have your ad shown, this is where it's going to be. Remember, it's going to be on the side. It's not going to run before the video or before any videos on the channel. It's just going to be on the side or in that recommendation engine for us. So we want to click this pencil looking thing here. And you can either select, again, YouTube videos. You can even do websites if you'd like. YouTube channels is usually where we stay. So, let's look at, we just uploaded a video about Jadakiss, so maybe we'd want to put Jadakiss. Vivo pops up right here. So we're going to select that, and it gets moved over to this side. We're a marketing company creating a marketing video. So Andrew's videos would make sense, right? And videos like his, channels like his. So he's got 653 videos here and almost 43,000 subscribers. So what I'm telling Google and YouTube essentially at this point is, I want you to show this ad on Andrew's channel on all 653 videos on his channel. So it's going to pop up on the side so that you can click on it. We're going to be able to create a headline that goes with this, and people are going to click on it, and then we're going to come to our channel. That's why it's very important to pick the channels that make the most sense, or pick the videos that make the most sense for whatever it is that you're creating. Try not to be too general, try not to be too vague, but here you want to try to get as close to whatever it is that you want to talk to as possible. So I'm just going to do those for example. Click save. Again, you can do as many as you'd like here. Google has said there is no true limit to the available options that you have or that you could put into the ad itself. It's all about testing at this point. Now that we have our placements done, we can go back to our ad groups, and we've got one left. We've got our keywords. This is where it gets kind of interesting. So I like to use these tools up here, this little wrench, and then select the planning tab. And I like to go to the planning, the keyword planner here. So you can do two things: discover new keywords, or you can get search volume for forecasts. So let's say we want to do Jadakiss again. I'll just type in Jadakiss here, get results. So what this is going to show me is the average monthly searches of these keywords and how big the year over the year changes and the competition. It's even going to show me the top of range bid and what the low range bid is for these types of headlines. So I'm a little crammed here, but you can kind of see what's going on. So Jadakiss average monthly searches, 90,000 searches a month for Jadakiss. It's absolutely crazy. Year over year change, you must be getting popular, probably from the verses, and the competition is low. So I would definitely select that. Kiss of Death is an album. I'd probably select that. And just some of these other ones that would maybe make sense. There's not a ton of searches for these. You can always bring this up by the most searches and then select those. But I would also use these to broaden your search if you want to be more specific or try to figure out exactly what your audience might be searching. So let's say, content, because this Jadakiss video was about content marketing and being able to create content in general, because content is king. So let's say content creation. Content creation in Jadakiss. So you can see here, content creation has about 18,000 monthly searches. Pretty wild. And I'm going to select some of these smaller ones too: social media, Facebook content, digital content, Instagram content, those types of things. So that way you can get as many as you'd like. Add keyword to create plan, and you should see your keywords listed right down here. Your forecast, I've only selected Jadakiss on this plan, so obviously this is a little skewed, but the more you add, the more impressions, the better the cost, the average cost per click, all that stuff will change, and you can kind of find the ones that work best for you. So once you select these down here, I'd go ahead and copy them. You can see it was copied to my keyboard. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this Google Ads word right here. And this is going to bring us back to the overview. We want to click campaigns, and let's look for our test video. I have it right here. So we'll go ahead and click that. Now we're back to where we were with the ad group. So we just did keywords, so I'm going to select that one more time. Then I'll select content, video keywords, and then I'm going to add keywords. And here's a little different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste it in there and then save. Now you can see Jadakiss is in my keywords here. So next we want to go to the ads and extensions here. So we're going to actually create the ad now. This is one of the easier pieces of it. So that's why I saved it for last. So what we want to do is create the ad. And we can select audience as the first one. We can copy and paste this, so don't worry. We want to copy and paste the URL. So here you can just select in your content folder on your YouTube studio, you can select the Get Shareable link for the video you want to advertise. Bring that up over to your Google Ads. Drop that into here, and it'll automatically upload everything. You can kind of see the preview here on the right-hand side of what this is going to look like. Now we can develop some headlines. And I do have a headline video that I'll reference here and add a card for or drop a link for. So that way you can review some headlines that definitely work. I've got some copies that are absolutely going to help you stop people scrolling and help click on your video more often and more frequently. So be sure to check that video out. Let's just use a question, for instance. Have you heard about this? Now you can't use a question mark or a period or punctuation in general on a YouTube ad, so be sure not to add a question mark or a period or exclamation mark or any of those things. In the descriptions, these are the ones that matter a little bit less. If you were doing any other type of video, I might say that the description might matter a little bit more, but for these things, you're not actually going to be able to see it on the right-hand side, as you can kind of see here with the preview. So I usually say, Jada Kiss said it best. You know, it's just something simple. Nobody's really going to see it. They are mandatory that you do have to put them in here. So, you know, and then I'd name this ad Jada Kiss ad. And then go ahead and save that. Now, next, what we do is we're going to click this box right next to it, drop down the edit, hit copy. Unselect it, now hit this paste right up here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna select our campaign, which is this test video, and we already have it in audience. So I'm gonna unselect audience, and I'm gonna paste it into these other 3 ad groups that we've created here. I'm gonna click done, paste. It's pasting my ad, just like I've built it for the audience ad group, and it's going to paste it into the other one so that I don't have to create it 3 more times. You can kind of see it's still updating. It can take a few minutes, but it should be pretty fast. I wouldn't worry too much about how long this takes. It'll just take a moment. Cool, now we're done. You can double check that we have everything. Let's go back to this. We can go to our ad groups. Each one of these is going to have an ad now. You can see the 4 ads right here. Now, the review might happen in, as it says, 1 business day. It might take a little bit longer depending upon your channel specifically, but after that happens, you can come in here and kind of measure which ones are working and which ones aren't. So if an audience is working better than the rest, you're getting a cheaper cost per click here, or cost per view, then I would go ahead and keep that one on. But if they're more expensive, I might turn them off. So if keywords are overperforming topics, or if placements are better performing than certain keywords, I might just go in here and try to optimize accordingly, so that way I'm not messing around and I'm getting the cheapest cost per view, which is what I really want. And what this discovery ad does, what this video on the side of the channel does, so that you're not running these pre-rolls, is that it's going to drive more subscribers. People are coming to your channel with the intent. They're not being forced to watch your video, so you're going to get better results. So we see massive subscriber growth over the course of these ads, and we run them consistently. We're releasing 1 video a week, and we're about ready to jump up to 2 a week. So as we start ramping up and we start piling these ads on top of this, and we're filtering in more information to the algorithm, we're going to get better placements, we're going to get long-term viewership, and people constantly coming to our channel and subscribing to our channel, so that we can constantly keep building. So that being said, again, my name is Willie Chill. I'm here for any questions that you might have related to any type of YouTube ad or Facebook ad or Instagram ad to help grow your business, to help you get more clients, to help you get more fans and more subscribers, whatever it might be with digital marketing. That's what I'm here for. My team is constantly dropping resources and helping artistpreneurs get to their goal, creating this full-time business for them and driving ROI and sustainability. So if you haven't already, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed. I hope to see you again. See ya.